Did you know your home, business or commercial internet routers record and store all your browsing data? Even if you're using incognito mode, your browsing history can still be recorded by the routers you're connected to the internet with.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o!
That's why a VPN is such an important thing to have, because it can block third parties from viewing your browsing data and change your IP address.
Excellent!
VirtualShield is the quickest and most user-friendly VPN in the world. They've got plans to cover yourself, your family and your business, all the way up to an unlimited device enterprise plan. Link in the description. In the wake of the Christchurch terror attack, Australian internet service providers have taken it upon themselves to block certain websites who continue to host the widely shared footage of the attack. They didn't receive any court order or government directive to block these sites. They did it entirely of their own accord. A bunch of for-profit corporations decided they would prevent their paying customers from accessing otherwise freely available information on the internet because they deem it inappropriate. In fact, they deem it so inappropriate that denying their customers access to the millions upon millions of unrelated videos, images, threads and articles on these websites is apparently acceptable collateral damage. Several websites including 4chan have been blocked by major Australian telcos for continuing to host footage of the Christchurch terror attack. Telstra yesterday blocked access to 4chan, 8chan and Vote, the blog Zero Hedge and video hosting platform LiveLeak. We understand this may inconvenience some legitimate users of these sites, but these are extreme circumstances and we feel this is the right thing to do, Telstra Networks and IT executive Nikos Katanakis said in a statement. Well, I understand you feel that, Nikos, but the fact is I pay you so I can access the internet, not just the parts you feel I should be allowed to access. Now, I haven't seen the Christchurch attack video and I don't intend to. It's just not something I want to watch. But I'm not going to sit quietly while some corporate entity tries to tell me that I'm not allowed to see it. Fuck that noise, Nikos. Fuck that noise right in the arse. Vodafone said while blocking requests normally come from the courts or law enforcement agencies, this was an extreme case which we think requires an extraordinary response. Well look, again, people don't pay you for your thoughts, they pay you for your internet service. Optus said it had blocked the domains after reflecting on community expectations. The telco industry's peak body said the decision to voluntarily block domains was made due to the extraordinary circumstances involved. These ISPs have sought to balance community expectations to remove access to the video with the need to minimise any inconvenience that may arise from legitimate content being blocked as an unavoidable temporary consequence, Communications Alliance Chief Executive John Stanton said in a statement. The unavoidable temporary consequences of this voluntary decision to block domains are only unavoidable if you volunteer to block domains. And how temporary are these consequences going to be if website operators keep refusing takedown requests, like the bloke from Kiwi Farms did?
You can't do this. Tell your superiors they're going to make their entire country and its government look like clowns trying to censor the internet. You are a small, irrelevant island nation, barely more recognizable than any other nameless Pacific sovereignty. You do not have the clout to eradicate a video from the internet, and you do not have the legal reach to imprison anyone or everyone who posted it. And I don't give a single solitary fuck what Section 50 of your faggot law says about sharing your email. Fuck you and fuck your shithole country, Josh.
Whoa! Order! Hold on, I'm calling this to order. I got a gavel now.
Oh my God.
I'm calling to order.
The Australian Financial Review reported, the ISP's decision to block access to websites was controversial as they acted to censor content without instruction from either the Australian Communications and Media Authority or the E-Safety Commissioner, and most smaller service providers have decided to keep access open. Media reports have named message boards 8chan and 4chan, as well as video sharing site LiveLeak, social media aggregator Vote, and financial markets-focused blog Zero Hedge among the websites currently blocked. The Australian Financial Review has seen a list totaling 25 websites which had been banned as of late Tuesday night, with content teams at the ISPs monitoring the sites to gauge when access can be restored. The larger ISPs coordinated their approach, and industry sources said Telstra, Optus and Vodafone were sharing information about which sites to block. So basically, a Ministry of Truth Council meeting was convened. You gotta protect us common folk from those dangerous facts. Due to the extraordinary circumstances, several large ISPs in Australia have taken the decision to voluntarily implement temporary blocks of websites that continue to host the footage of the Christchurch terror attack video, John Stanton, the CEO of telco industry group the Communications Alliance, said. LiveLeak have footage of the 2017 Las Vegas massacre and countless other terrorist attacks, shootings, bombings, murders, assaults and all manner of horrendous shit. How is the Christchurch footage more extraordinary than these? Who made that decision? And on what basis? And And who's going to decide which information should be censored in the future? And on what basis? And at what cost? Writing on Zero Hedge, the site's in-house contributor, who goes under the pseudonym Tyler Durden, noted that the footage of the massacre was still available for download online for those who made the effort to seek it out, and questioned why the site was being treated differently to the high-profile social media giants. He said the site had featured uncensored conversations about the massacre, but had not been involved in the spread of the footage. We learned that Zero Hedge has now been banned in New Zealand and Australia, despite the fact that we never hosted video footage of the Christchurch attack. We were not contacted prior to the censorship. Instead, we have received a steady flood of people noting that the site is unavailable in the two countries unless a VPN is used, he wrote. So they're only censoring websites that continue to host the Christchurch video. And you know, like some other websites that aren't hosting the video and have never hosted the video. Fuck off, they're extraordinary circumstances and like community expectations and shit. Oh well, things could be worse. This poor cunt from Christchurch had his house raided by the cops last week after he shared the video on social media. He was arrested and charged for distributing objectionable material, and he was refused bail. So he's locked up until his next court appearance in mid-April, and if that doesn't go his way, he faces a maximum penalty of 14 years in prison. Can you imagine going away for 14 years because you retweeted something? That is outright fucking tyranny. Anyway, if this video sounds a little bit different, it's because I've been in Melbourne visiting family for the last few days, making do with a hard disk recorder instead of my normal setup. I've got a plane to catch, but I'll see you again real soon.
Recession!